Hello there YouTube, Tiddlywinksist here, and basically what we're going to go over today are some first aid prepping basics. What I prep a lot of, what I prep a little bit of, which is mostly a lot of, but basically things that I think are very important. Now there are a couple things that I do not have in here with me. I got so much prepping stuff for first aid, it's ridiculous. When you have a 2.5-year-old and you worry about their well-being, it's usually very important to have everything you need for them and for the rest of your family. First thing on my list, and this is one of the most important, hydrogen peroxide, and lots of it. You could usually find big bottles, like 2 for $5, or 2 for $2, or buy one get one free, tons of it. And going along with that, I'll just start putting stuff on the floor next to me. Going along with that is 50% isopropyl alcohol or more. You want to definitely have some alcohol. And alcohol prep pads are good too, but you can always use this in a paper towel or a gauze strip to prep the area and sterilize. Yet another thing that'll go along with those alcohol prep pads are you can find these. We got for $2.50 two of these 500 packs. I think it's a 550 packs. So we got 1,100 packs of cotton ball swabs for $2.50. Heck of a deal. Next thing you're going to want to prep a lot of is face masks. In case there's a bunch of sick people around you, you might want to give them one and you might want to wear one. Also, if you're closing up somebody's wound and you don't want to get their blood shooting at your face, you might want to wear one of these. I do have quite a few of these in my collection. And the little cotton masks with the nose piece that you use for, just basic dust control, those will work as well. Of course, this is a given. Band-Aids. Let's see if I can get it in frame. There we go. You could usually pick these up for fairly cheap too, and tons of them. Make sure that you get a good quality. These are good quality. Check the stickiness. And you also need to rotate through these because they do not last forever. The stickiness does go away. So use them often and buy them often. What else do we got here? Bengay, muscular soreness. In an SHTF situation, something happens, you're going to be running around picking up wood, doing all kinds of stuff, hunting, fishing, killing people, and doing what you got to do, and you're going to be sore. Make sure you get some Bengay. And here's two things that kind of don't go together but kind of do at the same time. Now, say you get some dysentery. The one way you die from dysentery is from dehydration. So what you're going to want, what could save people from cholera around the world, is anti-diarrheal and anti-nausea medicine, which are those little blue pills, Imodium, things like that. And then you also want a laxative. Say you eat something bad or something, you want to get it out of your system fast. You get clogged up, because I've drank swamp water before and just kind of boiled it, and I got very stopped up. I didn't get diarrhea. I got the opposite. You want to have laxative for that. Okay, next thing you're going to want, here's my big pack of gauze. I mean, tons of it. Different sizes, shapes, gauze pads. And along with that, a good thing for large wounds, believe it or not, is women's maxi pads, if you can find cheap ones. They stick right to the wound, perfect for gunshot wounds, things like that are bleeding a lot. And along with that, you also would like to get a chemical blood clotter. It's like an aluminum paste stuff. You just kind of sprinkle it in the wound, and it will actually clot your blood for you if you're bleeding to death. And then let's move to this. Now, your feet might be getting wet a lot. Maybe your hands start to grow something weird on them. A good antifungal is a good thing, if I can get that in frame without all the light. This is actually a prescription one, but Lotrimin, all those kind of things, they will work. Go ahead and get you lots of antifungal. You can grow fungus on your feet if they're wet a lot, and you do not want foot fungus. Trust me, I have problems with it from time to time from wearing boots all the time and standing up on my feet and them sweating. Another thing that's extremely important and could be life and death is a decongestant / cough medicine. I don't recommend Robitussin or anything like that. I do recommend Mucinex. This is just what I grabbed first. You want something with that guaifenesin in it. It's an expectorant, and you want an expectorant. You want something where you can cough all the crap out. If you do not cough all the crap out, if you do not have antibiotics and things like that, and you're not coughing that crap out, it can turn into pneumonia and be life-threatening. Next thing you're going to want is, I prefer to have all three, and I do have a lot more than this. You want aspirin, naproxen, and ibuprofen. All three are non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. Aspirin actually does thin the blood, so if you have someone you know with high blood pressure, they start having chest pains, make sure to give them an aspirin. It will thin their blood and can possibly save them from a heart attack. Also, the ibuprofen and naproxen, some work different for others. My wife, she prefers naproxen, I prefer ibuprofen. And they can reduce fever, which can save your life. They can also reduce swelling, which can save your life. And pain. You know, if you got a lot of muscular pain or skeletal pain, it will reduce it. So make sure to prep whatever brand you like of those three. Aspirin can do all those same things, plus it thins the blood. That's also something you got to watch for. Hand sanitizer. Before you're working on anybody or yourself, you want to kill the germs that are on your hands. Germ-X is a good brand, and they do have some good off-brands too. You need a handy pair of scissors for cutting all the gauze and tape and band-aids and strips you need. You know, keep them clean. Don't use the same scissors for this that you would use on plumbing tools or something. You don't want to be cutting nasty stagnant water hose with a pair of scissors and then using it for your tape. Common sense. Triple antibiotic ointment is also a lifesaver. It is one of the things that can keep your wounds nice and bacteria free. I recommend using it for the first 3 days or so of getting a wound. After that, you might want to let it breathe a little bit. Otherwise, it can actually grow bacteria on there and kill your good bacteria if you keep it all wet all the time. So definitely do let it breathe some at night, and put this on, you know, the first few days until it starts to heal a little. Another thing that you want that I don't have here is dental floss. Not the flavored kind, just regular plain Jane dental floss. And you want a good set of sewing needles that you can have dipped in alcohol ready to go. And you can use that as a stitch kit for very, very deep puncture wounds. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot sturdier, and a lot of people say use fishing line. It's not very flexible. Dental floss is. Dental floss is sterile, monofilament is not. So keep your dental floss around. And for smaller puncture wounds, superglue was actually originally made as a quick stitch. This and the butterfly bandages can be good for smaller wounds. And I got one more thing in here, and this is by no means all you need. This is just a basic thing. Eye drops. I know you might not be thinking of that for your first aid kit, but the last thing you need is to get crap in your eye, get an infection, and have to have an eye like blow up and get all nasty and infected, and then get an infection in your brain and die. This can take whatever you have in your eye out. It can also take a lot of the pressure away from your eyes if you're having pain and pressure in your eyes. Anyways, guys, this is by no means, like I said, a full list, but it is a basic list and things you might start think about prepping. You know, you can buy a lot of this stuff for extremely cheap. The super glue, I just bought 2 for $1. Band-aids I usually buy for about $1 for 80 or 90 of them. Gauze, very, very cheap. And just make sure it's not the one with the sticky stuff on it, because that just rips wounds apart. And maxi pads you could get for fairly cheap. Basically everything here you can get for under $5 each. and some stuff way under $5. Everybody have a good day. I'm going to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Give me a thumbs down if you don't. Subscribe, rate, comment, and I'm out of here.